Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So lo and behold, we came down to the level and the buyers stepped right back in. One thing that does concern me now is that we've got a pin bar to the upside, pin bar to the downside. So that's never a good sign. That's always an indication that we are going to continue ranging. So in other words, it's like so this is a weak bear bar. Okay, pin bars is always going to be a weak bear bar, and this is this is a weak bear bar, and this one here is a weak bull bar. So bulls tried to get going and came down. So basically nobody's in control. That's all it basically points down to. At the moment we've broken the triangle, but remember what I say, there's a high probability you come back to the apex of the triangle, and the apex is up here. What's in favor for the bears is the fact that the moving averages have crossed over and kind of pointing down. In my view, it's actually flat, so I don't think it's any advantage to the bears at the moment. And what's in favor for the bulls is that we have diversions. We've got a double bottom, but we've got a higher low here on the oscillators. So we start crossing over. I'd expect buyers to step in. I'm not entirely convinced on this index either way, to be honest. So, and I know some of you guys have been making comments. We've been sitting on a hand for quite some time on the DAX, but that's just the nature of the beast. Sometimes it works out, and you have a trend that you make the bulk of your money, and then it goes quiet for a while. And you just need to roll with those punches at the moment. So moving to the 3 hour, you can see pretty decent diversions here. You can see there's lower low on price, low on oscillators, higher low on oscillators. So definitely diversions. Those diversions are reversal diversions. In other words, sort of going in the opposite direction of where you were going. We were going down, so you're expecting a move to the upside. This trend line is obviously what needs to go, and I'm just going to adjust this level here because this is the area we need to pay attention to, 15,289. We do have another area, and I'm just going to have to use another level here, which is kind of in this zone, and you can see we sort of found support there with this pin bar. And I think you'll probably see some clearer structure up on the hour. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is a double bottom. And if you look at this on a Bollinger Band, you'll find that is a W bottom, according to the Bollinger Band rule. So I always refer back to the Bollinger Bands when I see these kind of things, because it just gives you the extra confirmation of what you're looking at. So as I said to you, there is another little level here, and that is the high, not quite the high of yesterday, but this zone that we bounced off yesterday. That's 15,155. So remember, you've got the Russia-Ukraine politics happening at the moment. So it depends which way the politicians' egos swing, which could impact the market as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind. That's kind of what all investors are focused on now. That's where their fears are focused on, and you just need to be mindful of that. So for me, it's not really anything. I think just get rid of this here. We've got the level. So if we break above 115, 155, I suspect we will more than likely bounce off 15289. So 15155 is the one area, but then you're probably going to bounce off 15289. So even if you do get some price action there, you're probably going to get a 50 point risk to 100 point reward. So 2-to-1 trade, which is fairly good. And that's kind of the view that I've got there. There's nothing really that's going to change. There is a flat top triangle as well. So typically when these things break, our measured move is something like that. And look at that, that takes us back to this top trend line. So that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. I'm not convinced either way. I think you'd probably be wise just to, if you've got the time, get down to a 15 or a 5 minute And to be honest, there wasn't anything. Okay, we bounced off the bottom here, so you could have taken a long here, and you had the first engulfing bar, and then you had another engulfing bar there. So there was structure. Your entry was above that structure, your stop was below, and it still drifted a bit lower before moving up to the next level. And that's pretty much what happened, and then we went sideways. So pay attention to levels. If you start rejecting levels and you start moving to downside, then obviously this level will hold you. 14,855, don't try anticipate a break through that. So if you're going to be looking for shorts up here, wait for the structure, take the break of the structure, stop right above it, and take your profit on the next level. Don't try hang on to it. We are sideways. The other thing that you can look at the moment is you do have could form a head and shoulders here. So here's the shoulder, here's the head. Come up here, bounce, come back down to this area, and then start moving up. Then break, test. Then you've got this head and shoulders, which the target looks like it's this area anyway, which is 15,289. Get through that, then definitely looking at 15,490, 15,500 area for a take profit zone. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment, and there is a bit of a daily gap to the upside, or a weekly gap, should I say, because it happened on Monday. So there is a bit of a gap to the upside. Wouldn't surprise me to see that targeted. May even just reject off the 155 and then move to the downside. But for as long as we're in the moving averages like that, you don't want to be trading. You want to wait for the moving average to cross over. Remember, I'm on the 15-minute here. So you can see, look at that, group together. And when they start grouping together, there's normally a violent move. And again, just pay attention to the Bollinger Bands. Have a look at the Bollinger Bands and you'll see this would have been a Bollinger Squeeze here. And Bollinger Squeeze always break out eventually. So that's kind of my view right now. Anyway, be careful with this. Still be careful. And if you're unsure, just wait. There will be some structure that'll form. It'll give you small trades, but you just need to be on the lower time frames. And 15 minutes, or if you're feeling adventurous, 5 minutes. But 5 minutes is a bit of a difficult one. You can see maybe you would have got an early entry here, but that was ultimately the breakout there. That bar there was a break. You're looking for a retest. There was your retest, and that was your entry there before moving to the upside. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.